Hello, I hope you are well. Today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. We're going to do a healing video, but basically I want to do a healing reading with some oracle cards to find out what needs healing in the collective at the moment. What are we experiencing that we need to look at, and especially in an emotional sense. And we're going to be really looking at that, what's making us anxious, what's making us angry, frustrated, and see if we can sort out some, some of those emotions with some healing. So we'll do a reading first, then I will do a healing. I will go away and once the reading's done and devise some of my subatomic, forget the whole name of it, subatomic energy, Reiki energy healing symbols, but I can't draw them until we've done the reading. Then I'll do the actual healing. Okay, so yeah, let's see how it goes. So first of all, I'm going to start off with these cards. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling really, excuse me, anxious, angry, frustrated. Lots going on in the world, and I think as empaths, which a lot of you will be, light workers, we pick all of that up, and it's very, very difficult to dump it, as they say, and try to keep in that positive mindset. We also want to be manifesting things and getting our goals, and I feel like if you're like me, you've been thwarted with a lot of that. And that's because the energies are not conducive to it right now. I'm starting to channel now, channel from my higher self actually. It's been very difficult. A lot of you, well, I've seen that some of you have been having bad dreams, and there's a lot of unrest in the world, and I think a lot of the light workers are being aimed at by all these negative energies at the moment, because as we know, the world's going through so much change, and we as light workers are pushing that. So we are the ones getting attacked with the negative energy and negative entities. And I definitely had something last night. I mean, I had a very strong experience, as you will see from my previous video yesterday. And before that, it was very strange. I was listening to a tarot reading. This woman's absolutely brilliant, Angelic Ascensions, and she picked up a lot for me. And she said about somebody being ill in my family. Well, as you may know, I'm estranged from my family, and somebody was really, really ill, which I know who that member will be, and it's been on the cards for a very long time. But trouble is, I started to really sort of tune into that, and then all of a sudden she said that there was a loud noise on the video, and the curtain pole fell down, just out of nowhere, fell down in the video. And as that happened, I went freezing cold. And I haven't been, I mean, I had that strong experience, but through the night, I had great dreams about this family member, and so did my son when they were being nice. So, and it's very frustrating because I am worried, but I'm not going to talk about my situation. I've hinted on it before, and there's nothing I can do. So please don't comment and say, why can't you do this and why can't you do that, and you're being awful with this and awful with that. You don't know the situation, so please don't do that. And I know there'll be others of you out there with a similar thing. So it was very odd, but I woke up in the morning and I felt really odd. And one of the dreams was that somebody was turning into a werewolf in my dream. Now, I did a video about werewolves and vampires in a political sense, unrest in the world. And I think, is that the one that's on my Orion channel membership? I'm not sure. But if you become a member, you can check that one out. And it was very odd because I kept seeing the card that came, one of the cards to do with that reading. So I'm going to find it for you. Oh, it's on the bottom. And I kept seeing it in my mind. I felt so eerie. I woke up, looked around the room. It just did not feel right. I haven't felt right. There's been lots of taps going on. So I don't know if it's people trying to get through, but this is the card I got. And I just kept seeing it in my mind and in my dreams. And you know, when you're in that state, so shape-shifting, some negative energy has been around. So, and I think somebody else said on, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, but you said you'd been having bad dreams, and I think that's a theme, and I think these energies are possibly prowling, affecting mental states, and there's a lot of problems out there, money unrest, the economy, everything, you know, war, everything, it's all flying around. So let's see what we can do about it, okay? So I've got these clever cards, and you may have seen me use them before. They are seashell cards, and basically you're supposed to go through them and pick out the ones that you like the look of, as in the picture of the shell, and the ones that you are repulsed by. Okay, so I'm going to go through, there's so many of them, I'm going to put them into two little piles. Let's see what we get for you all out there. That one. And that is tenacious, stubborn. Well, I can identify with that one. My guides will tell you that. Oh, this one as well. Wedding, marriage, committed relationship. Okay, we're going to discuss them once I've... No, they're coming off the top here. Feeling left out or being kept in the dark. Things going over one's head. Oh, and this one. Feeling that nothing comes easily. Progress through struggle. Okay, here. Look at that one. That's a flamingo tongue. Possessiveness, territorial behaviour. Being taken for granted, being treated like slave labour, being unappreciated. Being told, oh, two came off. And that one. They say one more and then I end up getting one. I never understand that. Freshwater mussel. Parasite, mooch, exposure to someone looking for a free ride. I'm getting a picture here. Holes or weak spots in one's argument, errors and flaws. A lot of arguments going on. Massive devastation, a destructive force affecting many. And that's the war, isn't it? So in the Ukraine. Okay, so we're going to go with those. And let's have a look at them. All right, so some of you, this is a plate limpet, tenacious, stubborn. So some of you are set in your ways, and I can identify with that. You believing that things should go a certain way, and Spirit's asking you to change that, okay? And that's really hard because it's the fear of letting go of something you've been brought up to know, and that's happening in society. Things are breaking down, changing, and that's causing a lot of mental turmoil, anger, jealousy, frustration. Yeah, because I can feel it from you. It's the same as mine. There's a lot of frustration of, why has that person got this? Why has that person got that? What's wrong with me? And I have this a lot. Why can't I have that? Why are they, you know, and I'm ashamed to admit, I feel a deep shame feeling those things, but I do. And I think there's a lot of unfairness, injustice that's been shaken around and thrown at the top. So we see it and we can do something about it. And it's also about telling us that we're not here to suffer, that we can change things for ourselves. We have to come out of this old mindset. It's not to be complacent and to accept that, you know, oh, we're just one of those people who can't have that. That's rubbish. It's about seeing going a different way to get those things, and to let go of what we've known and to embrace a new path that will lead us to everywhere we need to be. Okay, so I'm going to use that one. I'm setting them up in a circle. Okay, freshwater mussel. It's very smooth, isn't it? I sometimes see faces in them. Okay, parasite mooch, exposure to someone looking for a free ride. Okay, so some of us have been taken for granted. Some people are trying to take from us, and this is what's creating this anger. Why do they get to have everything? Why can't I have somebody who, you know, who appreciates me? Why do I have to be taken from all the time? Why do I have to continuously give? And these people take, and give nothing back. So there needs to be some balance and equality. You have to set boundary lines. Okay, I'm going to set this up for the week. I'm getting that this is going to be weekly reading, weekly healing. So, okay. Wedding cake. It does look like that as well, doesn't it? Look at that, if you look at it that way. The layers. Yeah. Wedding, marriage, committed relationship. Some of us don't want to embrace the spiritual path that's been given to us. We don't like it. We don't see where it's going to take us. What is this? Yeah, there's that. Some of us are in committed relationships that we feel that this other person is a parasite, a mooch, who's taking too much from us. And there's a lot of you out there feeling that relationships, whether they be love or with family, they're out of balance and somebody's taking advantage. So, but that's partly our own fault because we are allowing them to. We need to have these boundaries. Okay. Yeah, again, feeling left out or being kept in the dark, things going over one's head. Some of you, it's almost like a needle, that piercing. That's I'm getting a 10 of Swords feel to this, like somebody's stabbing you with hurtful comments, painful jibes, hinting at things that they're keeping in secret. It's like a snidey, sly person I'm seeing. That smile. It's no, I can go with this too. It's like somebody's keeping secrets about what's going on deliberately to hurt you, to show that they are superior to you. I got Scorpio. I know how that is for me. Who is it for you? Trying to lock you out, because if that person lets you back in, then they are afraid that they will lose out. So this could be to do with a person, to do with something at work, some family member, something like that. So that needs exposing. Yeah. For this, I'm going to put this with the committed relationship. This is a golden brown answer. I get the image of like a piping, putting the icing on the cake. I don't know where that came from. Well, if it's relevant to anyone out there. Being taken for granted, being treated like slave labour, being unappreciated. Now I get that, the work vibe, a work relationship, a work devotion, committed to work, but not getting enough back. Again, out of balance, out of whack. Somebody's taking advantage, and that's because you need to put boundaries in place. You need to speak your truth about that. Feeling that nothing comes easily, progress through struggle. Okay, it's like a never-ending story, circle. Just goes on and on and on and on, and you don't get to the top. And I'm getting the, what's that book? The Castle by the philosopher Kafka. Yeah, always trying to get to the castle but couldn't get there. Okay, because that's getting to the knowledge of oneself. Okay, so some of you are feeling frustrated. You feel like you're a million different people, not just one person, the one person that you want to be. You're having to be different people to different things. You're having to wear different masks just to keep the peace, just to keep calm, to get money in for work, to do this, to do that. But you don't know who the real you is, and that person is trying to make itself known. But you can't, at the minute, you just can't get there to who you really are. You can't see, or you have seen and you don't like it. But I'm getting the impression it's more that you need to do some deep diving to find out who you are. You've reached a stage in life where you want to do that. You are tired of being this old version that's been people pleasing, and you're trying to get to you. Okay, that's really important one. That one has to go in the middle, apparently. Setting up a healing circle here. Don't worry, I'll have a picture of it on the thumbnail. Right, a perforated auger. Yeah, again, needle, medical. There's a tap here. I've been getting them all the time. So somebody's holes or weak spots in one's argument, errors, flaws. Somebody needs a second medical opinion. You don't have to have the treatment. There is another way. Please seek another medical opinion. That's a special message for someone. There is another doctor. I'm seeing you go to two who are going to give you different alternatives, because those holes or weak spots in the argument for what needs to be done, or is not being done in some cases, for the reason for it not being done, that needs to be double checked by another medical professional. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. Again, people are having arguments. You're not getting through to someone. They just won't listen because they're tenacious and stubborn. It's like you can say your way, I'm getting a child, that they should go to benefit them, but they think that you are imposing on them and telling them what to do. Stubborn. So we'll see if we can find you a different way to express it so they hear. Right, I don't know why I'm touching here. Somebody got trouble with here. I just want to keep rubbing here. Rash. Nervous rash. It's making you nervous. I think you've got nervous rash. But again, if it's bothersome, please get things like that checked out by a medical professional. Okay, possessiveness, territorial behaviour. Right, there's a face trying to appear on this one. That is a flamingo tongue shell. Nasty words. Military. Militarian. Militarism. Regimented. Too regimented. Causing trouble in family. And a lot of pain. This person needs to be sorted out and taken to a doctor. It's a hormonal imbalance. It's not getting enough nutrients caused by a previous accident. That's what I get. Some of you are around somebody who is very territorial with you. Very territorial. You need to find your voice with this and your courage. I'm looking at another card here. Okay. we need to have a go at that, trying to calm things down around you. Right. Okay, the other thing is massive devastation, a destruction force affecting many. We are getting all the energy, the trauma that's been stirred up in the war in Ukraine, and it's coming towards us. So I'm going to try and do some healing for as many as I can. Okay, they do get me to send out, if you've seen my healing before, they get me to send out loads of healing. So we'll try and do that, because it's causing, as you know, economic effects, people not getting, I'm being told, medicines, things like that they need, and it's causing mental trauma, because we're taking on mental trauma from that area of the world, from the ground, from the earth. It's coming up through the earth to people. It's going up through the sky. It's causing weather changes. They always tell me the weather gets affected by people's thoughts. So we'll see what we can do. And obviously for the poor people that are really suffering in the war. Yeah, again, the war thing, I'm seeing the Hitler thing. Watch my previous video, this crack in time, this leakage from the past of energy that's affecting everything now. If you want to go into what I say about the time factor in all of this, and World War II, I'll put a link to the World Channel messages. Something from the past returning as part of a pattern. It's a world pattern that needs to be changed. Mistakenly thinking the door is closed on a past event. And this is connection to World War II. So I'm going to put that with the massive destruction force. Right. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of an angel reading, and then I'm going to draw these symbols. Okay, which ones do you want? These ones? Right, we'll see what's going around. They want me to get some angel cards which have the names of the angels on. Yeah, angel of relationships. Okay. Angel of travel. Okay, that's in this case travel of all the pain. This one of the angel of nature, getting back to your own true nature, getting connected with nature to help you do that. So we're going to put that in the middle with that other card. Angel of channeling. I'm talking about channeling your higher self, channeling your gifts, your spiritual gifts, and for the benefit of all, but for the benefit of yourself as well, and to find balance in that. Okay? Feeling left out in the dark as well, but getting more of a connection to source, because you're feeling shut out from source in this anger. And the angel of romance. Okay, that's romance with the self, as well as other people and different relationships, and getting peace in those relationships. So they've put 2 cards there. Okay, oh, I want more cards, lots of cards. They're drawing the energy from them, is that, for some reason. Right, I heard another tap. Or is that my chair? No, not my chair. Got rid of the squeaky one. Yeah, they want everybody to feel this joy and contentment. I'm going to use some colours I've just been told in this healing. Angel ray colours. Okay. Yeah, and this anger and these awful thoughts that are keeping you down, they want to cancel, clear, delete them, and replace them with good thoughts about the self and others. And we're going to have apparently one of these cards. Then, oh, they want one of those in the middle. Okay. Oh, sorry. So this one is the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. So it's almost like they want you to rebirth and come out of the darkness and be in the light. Okay, so we're going to do one of these, and then I will find some symbols. And we'll draw some symbols, and we'll do the healing part. Yeah, it's disconnection from source through anger, frustration, not believing that you are supported by life, by source, or by anyone else. So we're going to try and heal that today. Put that in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to leave that portion of the video there. See how we get on with the symbols. I will come back to you very soon. Oh, I would, for the next part, you can really relax. I'm going to do it very ASMR-ish. Okay,